produce my YouTubes because that movie was a piece of garbage. But billions of people have watched it. So many people have watched that movie that they're making a sequel, even though it is such a piece of garbage. I literally would be more happy to watch somebody film you eat a bowl of oatmeal, because that would be better acting and a better story than that movie was. Bright, Jack, with Will Smith and the orc cop. Yes. Huh? What? Yeah. It's set in our world, but fantasy creatures are out there. Will Smith's partner is an orc, and they're cops. Anyway.
We already get your sweatshirts.
Huh?
Your sweatshirt's going to be picking up what I'm putting down. Let us move on. Oh, that's good, right?
All right. Yeah. Well, when I go on tour, you guys can be my roadies. You can hawk the merch in the tent at the side of the stage. All right. Okay. Let's go. When I say find the equation of a line, how many options do you have? 4. Any 4 of the forms will work. Now, one of them is real good for the first 2. What is it? Point slope, because it's already there. You've got a slope and a point, right? So, first one is, what's the first one going to be? Who's going to volunteer so I feel that I have reached you? Yes? Scout Sam?
Y minus 1 equals 3 bracket x minus 2.
Absolutely perfect. Now, is there anybody in the room that chose to do slope-intercept? Because that would be allowed, wouldn't it? So, if you did slope-intercept, you have y, oops, I'll change color. You have y equals 3x minus 5. Okay?
You don't need to solve it, you just need the equation.
Find the equation of the line. Everybody cool? This one, y minus 4 equals negative 2/5 x plus 1. Yeah? Did anybody do that one in a different form? Nobody? Sweet. Now, C is a little bit tricky because a bunch of you, as soon as you saw intercept and slope, probably went y equals mx plus b. Is that okay?
But you just have to solve it.
Ah, good job, Sam. If you went y equals mx plus b, then you would have gone y equals 2x plus b, because you can't put that 3 there, can you? No, because this is an x-intercept. However, you do know that every x-intercept is 3, 0, don't you? And that's an x, and that's a y. So where can I put that 3? Where x is. Where can I put that 0? Where y is. And I get 0 equals 6 plus b. b equals negative 6. There's a b. What can I write there? Negative 6. So my answer is y equals 2x minus 6. Is everybody cool? Could you have done point slope form here? Yeah, it just would have been y equals 2x minus 3. Because there would be nothing to add to y because the y value was 0. Is everybody cool? Either one of them would be acceptable. Nice. Okay. Now, this one's a little bit trickier, right? Because this one gives me the x-intercept, which is 3, 0, And the y-intercept, which is 0, 4. What am I missing? A slope. Can I find the slope when I have 2 points? Yeah, because it's 4 over 3, isn't it? M equals 4 over 3. Now I have a slope, and I got 2 points, don't I? So I can do point-slope form with that guy, point-slope form with that guy, or slope-intercept form with that guy, which would be y equals 4/3 x plus 4, which I'm betting is what most of you have, if you did it. Point-slope form would have been either y equals 4/3 x minus 3, or y minus 4 equals 4/3 x. Either one of them is acceptable. You guys didn't do it.
Yeah, we need to.
Oh, Len. They sit right in front of you, dude. The morning class forgot those two, too. Taylor and Haley sit there. And some kid sits there and didn't hand it to them. I can't remember who sits there in the morning class. Vicky. Vicky Wen didn't hand it forward. When would she have? All the time, because she's Vicky Wen. General form. What?
So I got y minus 4 equals negative 4 over 3, and then brackets x minus 3.
No, because those are 2 separate points. Right? Jashin, look. The x-intercept is 3. The y-intercept is 4. So that's 0, 4, and 3, 0. That's what the line looks like. Okay? Cool? And E, point slope, yeah? So y equals 3/4 x minus 4 would be fine. I would also accept if you actually wrote the y minus 0. But of course you shouldn't, right? Because y minus 0 is just y. Yeah? Which means, of course, I would also accept there y equals 3/4 x minus 3. Slope-intercept form. Would be perfectly acceptable. Everybody cool? Awesome. This is a y-intercept, isn't it? So I can just go straight to slope-intercept form. Negative 2x plus 5. Some of you probably have point slope, which is y minus 5 equals negative 2x plus 0 or minus 0. And of course you shouldn't have that, but you might. And then now G is actually quite difficult. What do you have here? You have a slope and you have an x-intercept, but it's a fraction. Blech. So, since I have slope, I can do either one of point slope form or slope intercept, yes? But if I do point slope form, then I've got fractions going over brackets. Who wants to deal with that? Not me. So I go y equals mx plus b, and I put in what I know. I know m, yeah? Y equals negative, or not negative, 5/6 x plus b. Now, is this an x? So what I have is y is 0 because it's the x-intercept, yes? Equals 5/6 x is negative 2/3, correct? Well, what's 5 times negative 2? Negative 10. What's 6 times 3? 18. Plus b. If I move that over, what happens to that negative? So I have 10 over 18 equals b. Would I ever leave that written that way? No, That's 5/9, correct? So b equals 5/9. What do you see right there? B. So what can I write there? 5/9. Y equals 5/6 x plus 5. It's really been acting up today. Did some people get that one? That's a really hard one. Don't feel too bad if you didn't. What?
I got until B and then
So you got to here,
Yeah.
and you have b equals 5/9, so you just forgot to bring it back up here? Well, you get 1. You get the 1 out of 1. You did all the work.
it's just that
Yeah, I'm not an animal here. Come on. Yo. I was just going to say, you can also do point slope. You end up with the same thing. You just end up with y minus 0 equals negative 2. Oh, I lied. Sorry. 5/6 x plus 2/3.
Oh, I did it. Oh.
Okay. All right. And then H, again, you have a y-intercept. So if you find the slope, you've got slope-intercept form, right? And the slope is negative 5, 0, and 0, 2. So it's 2 over negative 5 is my slope. So y equals negative 2/5 x plus 2. And that whole page is out of 8. Everybody cool? Any questiones? It's being recorded, so... Gouda? All right. Okay, number 2. You've got 2 lines. You've got 1 equation. I need the second equation, right? To do an equation, I need either 2 points, or slope and a point, or a slope and an intercept, correct? This question tells me I have the intercept because the lines are going to cross on the y-axis. So that means they must share the same y-intercept, right? And I'm told that it's perpendicular, which means if I know one slope and I flip it and change the sign, I know the other slope, don't I? So if you were stuck on this question, what should be the first thing you do in this whole unit? The same thing I always tell you to do in this whole unit. Find slope. Because once you know slope, you can do the equations, right? How am I going to find the slope from that? I put it into slope-intercept form, don't I? So I had 2x minus y plus 8 equals 0. 2x plus 8 equals y. Is that slope-intercept form? So the slope I have is 2. But I don't need that slope. I need the perpendicular slope. So the slope I have is 2 over 1. How do I make that perpendicular? Flip it, change the sign. So the slope I need is what? Negative 1/2. And I know it's got the same y-intercept, right? So it's just y equals negative 1/2 x plus 8 for 2 marks. You decide how much of it you did and how much it's worth to you. Is anything different on number 3? There's only one thing different. Can I use slope-intercept form? No, I have to use point slope, don't I? Because the lines don't share an intersection, they share a point. Right? So line 1 is 2x plus y plus 6 equals 0. So y equals negative 2x minus 6. So what's the slope I have? -2. What's the slope I need? Positive 1/2. I have that slope, and I know it goes through that point, don't I? So it's y minus whatever that is. What's that? -4. So it's y minus -4, which is y plus 4, equals m, my slope. What's my slope? 1/2 x minus x. X minus -1 is x plus 1. And there's that answer for 2 marks, because you had to find the slopes first. Is everybody good? 2. Yeah? Yeah. I got to draw 3 lines here, so there's going to be 3 marks available to me. First one is going to be red, 2/5 through -3, 2. Where do I go? Somebody direct the magic pen. Left 3. 1, 2, 3. Up 2. 1, 2. Nice teamwork. Now that's 1 dot. How many dots do I need to make a line? 3. So how do I put my next dot? Up 2 and right 5. And could I go again up 2 and right 5? Or I could go down 2 and left 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice counting, Myers. There is line 1 for 1 mark. B. What's different? It's parallel. So what does that tell us about the slope, Ethan? They're the same. So as long as I go through that point but keep that slope, I'm in business, right? Well, where's that point? -2, which is 2 left, 1 down. Now, look at this. As long as the slope is the same, if that line moves here, I'm in good shape, right? Well, this dot went down 1, 2, 3 and over 1, didn't it? So where would this dot have to go? Down 1, 2, 3 and over 1. Did that keep the same slope? Sure did. So what do I get to do now? You can do the same thing here and then connect the line. Such a piece of crap. Unbelievable. And then finally that one. Still goes through this point, but now it's perpendicular. So what do I do to 2 over 5? Flip it to -5 over 2. So I go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and right? Left 2. Or I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and right 2. And there's that line. So that's what you should have drawn. You don't need to take any marks off if you didn't use fun colors. But if you did use fun colors, you can give yourself a little happy face.
Just solely using green count?
No. You would get this.
How do you get just
Pencil?
a face of discontent?
Maybe that?
Use your sad face.
Sad face is blank. No, sad face is wrong.
What's blank?
Blank is mad face.
You gotta give him the angry eyebrows. There you go.
That's blank. Well, no, because I wouldn't dye my eyebrows red. I wouldn't dye them green either. Let's be fair. Let's get out the gray. There we go. Looks just like me.
So your nose, your eyes, and your mouth is green?
Well, I suppose I have brown eyes. And I have... there's no good skin color. What would we say?
The one to the left there.
That one? That one? That one?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over.
That one?
The one that's 10.
Well, thanks, guys. That you think I'm tan. Oh, I got a green dot in the middle of my nose. I'm Myers, the green-nosed math teacher. Well, wait. I'm a pirate. Yarr! I'm an angry pirate. If I ever did lose an eye, I would totally go eye patch over glass eye. Although popping out the eye would be kind of cool.
What would be really fun is like when you someone who doesn't make a glass eye.
Yeah, no, I know. Or you drop it in their beer and stuff. I know guys that have done that.
My uncle's friend did that.
Yeah. I have no idea what that page is out of. 2, 4, 7. Oh, I got a big thick marker going now. Let's go with green. 5, what's the answer? D. As in, damn, I love math. 6, what's the answer? I think it's D, but we better go over it. Y equals 1/4 x plus 2. How do I get that in general form? What's not allowed? The fraction. So what do I do? Times everything by 4. Both sides? Yeah. 4y equals x plus 8. Now what? Move the y. So x minus 4y plus 8 equals 0. And it was D. Yay. Now this question, whoo, doggy, this is a tough question. You got to be careful with this question. This question will bite you in the butt like a rattlesnake. You got to be careful. Determine the slope-intercept form. So eventually I need to get to y equals mx plus b, yes? Right? Now, I go through that line. So I have a point, don't I? And it's parallel to this line. So I have a slope too, don't I? But I have to get the slope first. How do I get my slope? y2, 0 plus 2 over 1 minus 9, which is 2 over negative 8, which is negative 1/4, yes? So now I have a slope and I have a point. So let's put that into point slope form. Y minus 10 equals negative 1/4 x minus 8, correct? Now I need slope-intercept form. What is not allowed here in slope-intercept form? No, slope-intercept form can have a fraction. What is it? Bracket. So I got to get rid of them, right? So y minus 10 equals negative 1/4 x. What's 1/4 of 8? 2. But it's negative and negative, so this is plus 2. Now I need slope-intercept form. What there isn't allowed? Negative 10. So it's got to come over here and become what? Positive 10. So I get y equals negative 1/4 x plus 12. C, as in math is cool. Pardon me? Yes, it is. Don't be that way, Nick. Math is your friend. He will never let you down because math is always there for you. It's never not there for you. English, that will let you down, man. One day, these letters make the sound uff. The next day, they make the sound off. The next day, they make the sound up. The next day, they make the sound ow. English will let you down, but math is always your friend. 5 plus 5 is always 10, brother.
5 plus 5. But how come the dice on 10 is 21?
All right. I need to find K. I need to find K and have it be perpendicular to here. As soon as I see perpendicular, I need to deal with what? Different slope. How is the slope different, Sam? Flip it and change it. So I got to find this slope first, right? What 2 points should I use?
That one.
So what's my slope? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So this guy's negative 5 over 4. Is that the slope I need?
No.
What slope do I need?
4/5.
I need 4 over 5. And what do I know about this? K minus 14 is over 27 minus 12, right? Y2 minus Y1, X2 minus X1. 4 over 5 equals K minus 14 over 15, yes? What do I do to solve that? 4 times 15 is 60. 5 times K is 5K minus 5 times 14 is 70. Now what? Move that over, and what happens to them? So that's 130 equals 5K. Now what? And K equals 26. That's worth 2 marks because you had to find a slope, flip it, and then do algebra.
It's worth 2 marks?
2 marks, brother. It's not no multiple choice. And number 9. When it's graphed, what's its slope? How do you find the slope? You don't have y2 and y1. You've got numbers. That's general form, yes? Is there a way to take an equation in general form and find the slope?
Yeah.
How? You make it into slope-intercept form, which means general form is slope-intercept form, except what's by itself? Y. So I got 4x plus 7y minus 10 equals 0. I need y to be by itself and positive, right? So what's got to move there? I should move the 4. Do I even care about the 10? No, because I only need a slope, right? So 7y equals negative 4x, yeah? Then how do I get y by itself? Divide by 7, divide by 7. Y equals negative 4/7 x. What's the slope? Negative 4/7. And I think that's it. Making that page out of 3. 3 and 3 is 6. And 7 is 13. And 8 is 21. 21. What? Am I gonna who? Didn't I already collect the marks? The last 2 reviews? What? You guys are crazy. I'm positive I walked around here on Tuesday. Oh, I think you guys.
Where are we going?
I bet nobody put them on their tests because you never remember to put them on your test.
That's because you didn't tell us.
Oh, I didn't tell you. Do I tell you got to get up every morning and come to school? No. Do I tell you when you're hungry you got to eat some food? No. Sorry, Ethan. Hey, Ethan. Ethan, breathe. Ethan, you have to remember to breathe. Breathe, Ethan. Don't that breathe.
I don't know how to breathe.
Are you sure you know how to